What's up, guys? Let's give this a few minutes for everyone to get in here and then we'll start. What everyone trade today? What's up, man? What's up, Patrick? RNN. Lift. That lift shit is fucking insane. I don't know why I wore a jacket. I thought it was gonna be cold outside, but fuck it. What's up, Dino? I will give it a few minutes for everyone to start. If you want, get some questions ready. I have kind of like a rough idea what I'm going to talk about today, but I'm always open to kind of opening it up and taking questions. What's up, Agent 47? Been killing it lately, bro. Keep up the good work. Oh, what a beautiful day. Let me turn the camera around to see. We'll give it a few more minutes for everyone to join and then I will start. Netflix earnings after hours, yep. No clue what the fuck is gonna happen there. What's up, guys? Okay, let me start. Okay, so what I want to talk about today is some trade recaps, and I want to kind of talk about how to build good discipline when the market is slow. So let's kind of go into my process for the day, right? So I posted an old tweet that I had to the guys in MIC about how me and Bao kind of break down stocks. And well, let me start from the beginning of the day. Every morning I text Bao the morning gappers, and from there we start to make a plan. Because I wake up at like 4 or 5 in the morning, that's like 2 or 3 in the morning for him, right? So the fact that I'm awake when he's asleep gives me a little bit extra time to kind of see what's moving and see what's happening. So every morning I text him the morning gappers and I kind of tell him that this one has a good opportunity, this one really doesn't. And the way we kind of narrow it down is if both of us agree that the setup makes sense, we attack it. So this morning when I texted him, I was like, hey man, nothing's really moving today. The low hangers, BPTH and FCSC, are not really moving too much. And there's a new stock, RNN, that has SSR on and is a low float. Doesn't really make sense to me. And the RWLK news came a little bit later in the day. So after I texted him that, he's like, bro, there's no edge in the morning. I'm not going to trade. I said, okay, makes sense. You nailed it yesterday. Why force a trade today? You know what? It doesn't make sense. So coming into the morning, I knew that my trading accountability buddy wasn't going to be there, which is totally fine. But this meant that I had to be extra disciplined today. It meant that I had to kind of take it really slow, be self-aware, and recognize that shit. You know, now I don't have the second confirmation of my trading buddy to help me out. So coming into the day, I saw RNN, and what I saw in the stock was day one, reverse split, low float, SSR. All of these things to me, all of these things are warning signs to me, right? They're warning signs to me. So on day one, I don't want to fucking mess with the low float. On day one, I don't want to mess with the reverse split. On day one, I don't want to mess with the stock on SSR. All of these things are a recipe for disaster. And the thing about trading is that you could be right 9 times out of 10, but with that one time out of 10 that you're wrong, you can be really wrong. Well, this example, 9 times out of 10, stocks like that squeeze. 1 time out of 10 that they don't, you get a move like today when it went straight down. So, because RNN went straight down today, it felt like that 10% of times where stocks don't conform to what they're supposed to do. So to me, this doesn't mean that from now on I could short SSR stocks on day one. From now on I could short low float stocks on day one. No, it just means that, okay, shit didn't work out. I was disciplined and I didn't trade it. So although it kind of tanked from $9 to like $7.50, I'm not really too upset because I know that I am building good habits. My process is working. I am staying fine. I don't have to nail every single trade. I don't have to make money on every single trade. I don't have to nail this shit because I know that next time an SSR and a low float comes up, that I'm going to be in trouble. So that was that. RWLK. The reason why I didn't trade RWLK is because the short float was 76%. And although the stock had dilution and, you know, it was a little bit dirty in the filings, in my mind, I said, this stock is so beaten down. This stock is going straight down, and this is the first day that it's up. So anytime a stock is really beaten down and it bounces, the first bounce day is usually going to be difficult to short. Also, on top of the first bounce day, it has 76% of its float short. It has 76% of its float short. So to me, it felt like this didn't make sense because if it's day one of a bounce and the short float is 76%, what is my edge? There's 76% of the people that want to cover if this thing goes down. So in my mind, I said to myself, fuck that. Let it just do whatever it wants. If it goes towards 5 or 6, then that's going to be my trade. If not, I don't touch it. So, RNN, low float SSR, avoided it. Oh shit, too windy, fuck. Is it better now? My hair got fucked up. Is it better now? Fuck. Let me just wait for a second. Yes. Okay, perfect. Sorry. It's fucking windy as shit out here. So RNN was SSR and low float. Didn't touch it on day one. RWLK was a high short percentage. Didn't touch it on day one. So what's left, right? What's left? FCSC was one from yesterday, and that one didn't really pop, so I avoided it. And then BPTH was the next one. So in my mind, I had 2 trades on BPTH that I mentioned to the room. I had one, it either went to 23 and failed to short, or it went red and I would short it when it went red, right? Anytime a stock goes red, there's not going to be that much buying pressure on the stock. There's going to be more selling pressure because people are going to be underwater, people are not going to want to hold it, and all this shit. So in the morning, when BPTH went red, I just took a starter. I took 2,000 shares short, and my plan was I either add if green fails, or if green holds, I cover and wait for 23. So what is BPTH at now? And something else to kind of keep track of, something else that actually matters is the death line. So if you go back on the chart on BPTH, I mentioned yesterday that the death line was $19. $19.25 I think was like the exact one. But so what I saw today is, okay, the stock is red. If it breaks under 19, there's room to 17. So my mentality was just short in the morning when it's red, have set risk, and just take it from there. And yeah, now it's at 1892. I think I covered at like 1880 or something before I started this Instagram live. So I made maybe $1 a share, nothing really crazy. But at the end of the day, that to me felt like the easiest trade of the day. That to me felt like it made the most sense. So that's why I attacked that rather than RNN. Again, like I said, trading is also about probabilities. 9 times out of 10, shit like RNN, low float, day one SSR is going to squeeze to the moon. This is the one time that it doesn't. So I have to remember in my head that I cannot be touching this shit. I have to remember in my head that my process that I've been working on for 5 years works. I just have to stay patient and stay disciplined. So although Bao didn't show up today, and although Bao didn't trade, that also helped me because it led me to be so fucking disciplined that I didn't want to screw up at all today. So, I mean, I just keep it simple, man. I just keep it simple. If I don't need to trade every day, I've recognized that I don't need to make money every day. I've recognized that staying at zero on the day is important. Just because you trade full time doesn't mean that you have to trade every day. There's so many people in MIC that are posting their zero P&L days to show how disciplined they are. And to me, that is so much more important than a win, because you are building good habits. You are building a good process. Process is what meant. Oh shit, wind. Is it better now? I'm sorry. Let me try to go somewhere where I could not get fucked by this wind. Do you guys have any questions? What's up, Bear? It's when I'm walking. Good now. Okay. Do you guys have any questions? Also, another thing that's really important to kind of take notice of is that if you want to be a better trader, you have to surround yourself with better traders. And that's why I think the After Hours channel that we have at MIC is so fucking amazing. Because every single day, we're going into a community of people that are trying to get better at trading, that are trying to improve, that are trying to help. And what better way to socialize with people than in After Hours, rather than going, motherfucker, wind. Give me a sec. Is this better? I took off my headphones. Still wind? Shit. Walk in the direction of the wind. Is it better? Can you guys hear me? Just give me like a thumbs up or something if you could hear me. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. The wind goddamn pissed me off. Stupid fucking AirPods. They're $150 and they don't do shit. Alright, sorry. I forgot my train of thought, but if you guys have any questions, let me know. Oh, I remember. It was, rather than going to the bar after a long day, rather than, kind of going drinking or whatever you gotta do after, it's better to be in the After Hours channel, trying to network and talk to other traders that have similar interests as you. Talk to other traders that are into trading as you, rather than wasting your fucking time getting hammered, which I don't fucking have any problems with. Just do it on the weekend. Just socialize in the After Hours channel. Try to find a trading accountability buddy. Do your best to step out of your shell, because trading is a lonely business. Trading is lonely as fuck. But in After Hours, we have almost 900,000 people in there that are truly there to just socialize and have fun. Walk slow. Let me see if I could. I'm gonna try to finesse this a little bit. What else, guys? Do you have any questions for me? Any questions about MIC that I can answer? Shout out to your tab, Flash. Flash is awesome. Flash created the Bow's Golden Nuggets videos. Flash created the P&L calendar, I'm pretty sure. This is all the thing about MIC. It's members helping members. We are all working together to create things to help each other out. Oh shit, there's a car behind me. Sorry. At least they didn't fucking honk. If I was in New York, they would have honked. videos, the best videos to start as a beginner? Well, we have, I think it's like almost 200 free videos on the My Investing Club YouTube channel, youtube.com/My Investing Club. Start there. Start with a bunch of free shit, right? Oh man. I'm gonna go to my porch, sit down on my stairs. Hopefully the wind doesn't fucking screw me there. What did you guys trade today? How did you guys do today? Were you disciplined? Were you undisciplined? Did you trade well? Did you follow your plan? Did you follow your process? So let me tell you a story, right? Okay. I'm gonna go sit down, catch my breath. I'm gonna tell you a story. I went to a meeting last week in New York City. All right, oh my God, I'm fucking so out of shape. Give me a sec. Almost there. I also question, if you guys are an MIC, say MIC. And if not, say you're not. And if you're not, why the hell are you not? Okay. What's up, Brittany? Okay, let me tell you the story. So I was in New York City last week, and what I try to do is, although I am a trader, I basically run MIC. I run the business end of MIC. Anything that has to do with business, members, payments, innovations, anything like that is all run by me. I take care of every single thing that has to do with the business end of the company. And basically, I take meetings in the city, and I take meetings as much as I can to try to improve the experience of the members. I try to make deals with other companies. I try to provide members with maybe discounts on things, or we're trying our best to really help the members out, and using the leverage of having a bunch of members to kind of strong arm a bunch of other people to help give our members a better experience. So I took a meeting in the city last week. I think it was on Thursday, and I met with it doesn't matter who I met with, it's kind of top secret for now, but I met with a guy, and then I met his son. And his son is a trader that is looking to get into the business. He's, I think, 22 years old. He is right out of college, and I basically did a favor for his father, and I was basically just talking to his son about trading and everything trading related. And we asked him, like, why do you want to be a trader? What is your motivation for being a trader? And his answer was, I think they make a lot of money. I think they live a very lucrative life. I believe that everyone that I know that is a successful trader has a bunch of money. And yeah, sure, no problem. Like, that's not a problem. I don't give a fuck if you're doing it for the money or you're trying to get better. At least just be honest about it. I don't care. So he wanted it to do it for the money. No problem. Whatever. So I basically asked him, and I said, what is your process? How are you trading? Are you a successful trader? And he said, I have a small account at SureTrader, and then I made $5,000 in a week, and then I lost like $10,000. I thought I had it. I thought I figured it out, but I really just couldn't do it, right? I just really couldn't do it. So I went back to him, and I asked him, and I was like, what is your process? When you wake up in the morning, what do you do in the morning? What is your trading process? And he kind of froze. He's like, I wake up 30 minutes before the market opens. I turn on my computer. I come into a chat room, and whatever everyone's talking about, I just fucking trade it. I said, okay, do you know anything about technical analysis? I asked him, do you know anything about charting? Why are you buying the stock? Why are you shorting the stock? And he's just like, I mean, if everyone is talking about it, I figured that it makes sense. You know, if this is up only 10% on the day, I feel like it could go up higher. If it's up 50% on the day, I feel like it's short, it could go lower. So in that moment, I recognized that this beginner trader did not have a process. He didn't know what the fuck he was doing. So I kind of spent that whole lunch meeting, rather than talking about business and trying to improve MIC, I basically just talked to this kid for like an hour about how he could improve his trading. And obviously the guy that I was trying to do business with wasn't really too happy about that. But at the end of the day, it just kind of proved that I'm doing this to really help. So anyway, back to the story. So I said, yo, like, what is your process? Like, what do you do? And first things first, when he said he woke up like half an hour before the market opened, I was like, bro, that's fucking dumb as shit. Like, you can't be doing that. You can't be doing that. I'm up awake 4 or 5 in the morning. I have an extra 4 hours ahead of you to research and study and do my process. So let me kind of explain what my process is for those that don't know, and this is how I explained it to him. I wake up in the morning at 4 or 5 in the morning. I check what stocks are gapping up. After I check what stocks are gapping up, I check the float. If it has a float of under 2 million, it's an avoid on the short side. If I see that the float makes sense, anything less than 20 million, but above 3 million, I look at the filings. And in the filings, if I see some dilution, I'm interested in it. So now, here was my process. I found a stock that gapped up. I identified that it was a short. Next, just because I identified it was a short does not mean that I'm just going to short at any random price. I told him, I'm like, look at the daily chart. What do you see on the daily chart? Where do you see the first key resistance area on the daily chart? Is it past it? Is it waiting to get there? Or is that going to be a level that's rejected in the past so many times that now you have to kind of use that as a level? So I think it was INNT that we were talking about. And, you know, my memory is a little bit shot sometimes, but if I remember correctly, INNT had like a level on the daily chart, like $1.70 or $1.65. And the stock ran that day to $1.75 or $1.73. And I basically used that example and I said, look, on the daily chart, you can see a bunch of resistance in this area. That to me confirms that my short thesis of it having dilution, it being a larger float, makes sense. So now I told him, look, if that's the area where there's key resistance, that's where I want my entries to be. I'm not just winging it. I'm not just throwing it out. I'm not just guessing. I'm basically waiting for it to get to that level and for it to reject at that level, and then I want to short it. So I kept telling him all these things like float, research, dilution, technical analysis, research, entries, exits. What is your plan if shit goes right? What is your plan if shit goes wrong? Do you have a hard stop? Do you have a mental stop? And a funny thing, the guy I was actually doing business with, he actually said something really funny and really true that really makes sense. He said, mental stops aren't fucking real, asshole. Use hard stops only. And I was like, shit, this guy's right. There's so many people that think mental stops are possible, but if you're just starting out trading and you don't really know what the hell you're doing, there's no shot in hell you're gonna mental stop out of the shit. So I basically told him, I'm like, look, after you do all this research and after you kind of find all these areas of interest and all these levels, put your order out, and the second order that you put out better be your fucking stop, right? So let's say, for example, his plan was to short at 170. Make his stop 180. Give yourself 10 cents of room. Also, another thing is he was using an offshore broker that gave you 6 times leverage. And he was going all in on every play. And I said, bro, are you fucking insane? How are you going all in on these plays that you have no idea how they even work? So I made up a rule for him. And I said, you're not allowed to use more than 30% of your buying power in any single given stock, right? And that's been helping him too. So a brand new trader that wanted to get into the business of trading, wanted to get into it for the money, wasn't even putting in the work, right? I don't care if you're doing it for the Lambo. I don't care if you're doing it for the watch. I don't care if you're doing it to help your family. I don't care if you're doing it for yourself. Whatever you're doing it for, just be honest with it. That's all I care about. And if you're going to be honest about it and you're doing it for the money and you're not putting in the work, then you're in trouble, right? How long has he been trading? 6 months. He's been trading for 6 months. So for all of 6 months, he had no process. For all of 6 months, he had no clue what he was doing. He was just basically humping whatever the chat rooms were talking about, right? So, fast forward, we basically talked to him, and I was like, look, if you could prove to yourself that you could do this for 6 months and be consistent, if you could stick to your process for 6 months and show that you know what the fuck you're doing, bro, I'll take you up under my wing. You come over to my house, watch me trade, we'll trade together, whatever you want. But I'm not going to waste my time with a piker that's not putting in the work. I would rather him prove to me that he's putting in the work, show me that he has an edge, and prove to me and himself that he's putting in the work. So although people see the big P&Ls and the Lambos and the Ferraris and the houses and the cars and all this shit, yes, I am blessed to have a bunch of stuff, but they forget the 5 years of hard work that I put in. They forget the times that the sleepless nights, the days that I just wanted to fucking jump off a bridge. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not easy. It's not fucking easy. But if you could prove to yourself and you could do this the right way, bro, the possibilities are endless. There's so many people that I know that are making $500 a day. If you're making $500 a day, you're making 6 figures a year. $500 a day is taking 2,500 shares and making 20 cents. $500 a day is taking 5,000 shares and making 10 cents. Or taking 10,000 shares and making 5 cents. It's easy fucking money. It's easy to make money in the market. The hard part is not losing it. The hard part is being disciplined enough not to lose it. So, sorry, let me get back some of these comments. So trading is not easy, but if you don't put in the work, you're fucking doomed from the beginning, because you have a guy like me that wakes up at 5 in the morning and is a fucking animal. I am a shark in the water. I am a bear ready to attack. I have 4 or 5 hours of preparation. Whereas you're turning on your computer half an hour before the market starts. Bro, just give me your money instead. I could spend it better. Crazy story, right? Crazy story. Do first month subs have access to Harry's bounce videos? Yeah, all members have access to it. That's another thing, man. That's another thing that we fuck up on. Maybe Bao's gonna blame me for that, but again, like I said, I handle all the business stuff of MIC, and it was a very big business decision to not ever charge for DVDs, to not ever charge for anything like that. We give everything away for free. We have 325 overall videos for members and non-members, 100 hours of content. We have 4 trading DVDs now. And, I remember something else crazy. You want to hear something else crazy? Okay, so we told the kid that 90% of traders fail, right? 90% of traders fail. And he kind of didn't believe that, right? He kind of didn't believe that. So what did I do? I went to the MIC video vault and I looked at how many people watch the videos compared to how many members we have. And the reason why MIC members are successful is because over half of the members are watching the videos, right? Obviously, I want everyone to be watching the videos, but I also understand that some people are lazy, right? I understand that people are lazy. I understand that people don't want to put in the work. But I know that the competition and the other rooms, they have maybe 10% of their members watching the videos because they don't give a shit. They really could care less. And that goes back to the same thing. If you are putting in the work and you are watching the videos, we have, I think, 3 or 4 or 5 videos every week coming out brand new, and it's all for free. And if you're disrespecting us by not watching it, how can we ever help if you're not even putting in the work? So, see you later, Brittany. That's basically it. Damn, I didn't know I was ever going to even tell this story. How do you deal/feel on slow days when you should not trade? Well, I've traded plenty on slow days to realize that I lose money on slow days. So what do I do to prevent that? I make these Instagram live videos. I'll take out my dad for lunch, or I'll try to make some more video content for MIC, or answer more PMs, or I just try to stay distracted and I try to stay busy, because I know that if I go back to the casino and I start fucking pulling the lever on the slot machine, I'm gonna lose money. Will you be adding a voice channel to MIC? No, we're not gonna do voice, because voice encourages pumping, and we're never about pumping alerts. We're not about pumping emails. We're not about anything like that. We're teaching you how to fish. Whereas all the other competitors are, I bought FTFT at $2. I bought MBEV at $6. I sold here. Motherfucker, what are you going to do when your guru isn't there one day? You're not going to have any trades. You're not going to know how to trade. You're never going to beat him. So our philosophy at MIC is we're going to teach you how to fish rather than hand you the fish. And let me tell you something. Members are being consistent. The reason why members are staying and our retention rate is better than anyone else in the business is because traders are learning. Traders are improving. They are learning the proper process of trading and not pumping and fucking dumping. Yeah, James is right. D. Oliver could fucking recite the trading fish videos because he's seen it so many times. I, at my level, trading for 5 years, has made 6 figures in a month, has made 7 figures in a year. I still go back and I watch the videos. So how can you tell me that you, as a new trader, are not watching the videos when a motherfucker like me is attacking and trying to learn as much as I can to take your money from trade? If you are not fucking taking the time to learn, you might as well throw your money away. I could spend it better, bro. I could fucking spend it better. What else, guys? Planning on signing up to MIC right now. Do you have a coupon code that we could use? If not, no worries. No, we don't offer any sales. We don't offer any discounts. There's no fucking Christmas sale, Chinese New Year sale, Hanukkah sale. There's nothing like that. It's actually too cheap, and in August we're raising our prices. So you should sign up now before we raise our prices. Why are we raising our prices? Because we're giving away the DVDs and the education, everything for free. If you want us to keep our prices the same, we're going to charge for DVDs. Instead, we're just going to raise the prices. Every member that's in right now is grandfathered in forever. Whatever you pay now, you're going to pay forever. But the new members after August, we're going to raise the prices. Has my life changed since making a lot of money? I mean, here's the thing about money, right? I was having this conversation with a friend before. People say money doesn't buy you happiness. Money doesn't buy you all this shit. There's certain problems that money solves, and there's certain problems that money doesn't solve, right? So let's go through it. Money solves a house. Money solves a car. Money solves school. Money solves insurance. Money solves bills, right? Money solves all this shit. What money doesn't solve is happiness. Money doesn't solve love. Money doesn't solve fulfillment. Money doesn't solve the shit that really matters. So I'll give you an example. I have more money than I need. I don't really need much more money. But what I really want is love and a family. And that's something that I cannot find so far. So is money making me happy? Sometimes. But in reality, I want more to life. I want to have a family. I want to have someone that I could share my life with. And money's not going to fucking solve that. Money's not going to make me happy every day waking up. What makes me happy waking up every day is helping the members. What makes me happy waking up is when I see a member say, hey, I was losing money before, but now I'm making money and I'm consistent. That's what fucking money won't solve. That's fulfillment in life. There's certain shit that, yes, I have nice cars. Yes, I have a nice house. I have vacations. I have all this shit. And yes, maybe it makes me happy short term. But long term, is it really gonna fucking solve anything? Not really. So yes, there's problems that money solves, and there's problems that money's never gonna fucking solve, right? Damn, that was pretty fucking deep. Is the lifetime membership only for a month? It's for fucking life, bro. It's for fucking life. Lifetime membership is for life. You're stuck with me for life. I mean, look, let me give you an example, right? I was in Vegas 2 weeks ago, right? And if you didn't watch my other video about why I was in Vegas, I'll explain it to you. So I was with this girl, and I really, really liked her. And I was with her for 4, 5, 6 months, whatever it is. And she ended it with me. And I was depressed and I was upset. And what did I fucking do? I basically booked a first-class flight to Vegas. We got the penthouse at the Bellagio, and we got all this crazy stuff. I was spending $400 or $500 on dinner every single night. I was basically just splurging because I thought that spending all that money would get my mind off of it. And you want to hear the truth? It got my mind off of it for a week. And then when I came home, I realized that money doesn't really buy me that happiness. Money didn't fill that void that was missing in my body. So for all the people that think money buys you happiness and money is the end-all be-all to everything, let me tell you from my own personal experience, it does not buy you fulfillment. It does not buy you happiness. There has to be more to life than just making $1 every day. Oh, how long do we offer the lifetime membership? We're gonna probably get rid of it in a few months. Why did she leave me? She said it's the whole "it's not you, it's me" thing. Bullshit. Anyway, I guess I wasn't really meaning to get too deep about this shit. Let's just fucking enjoy the weather for a second. Anyway. Thanks, brother. How do you deal with a setup not showing up after 2 weeks of showing up? You just wait for it. The market works in cycles. Low floats get hot and then they get cold. Earnings season is starting up, so low floats are going to get fucking slow again. Cool, guys. I think I'm going to wrap it up here. If you have any questions for me or any questions about MIC, hit me up on Twitter, Instagram, whatever you want. I'm always around. And I'll see you guys in after hours. Later, guys.